Good morning. This is about the fourth time I've shot this video, so I am very tired today. And that is a negative thought, but it is true. I did not sleep well last night, so I am tired. Which brings me to the theme of negative thoughts. All month long, I want you to be learning about how to be true to yourself. And so sometimes negative thoughts might convince us that we're not being true to ourselves or that something's wrong with us. And the first skill we're going to talk about is that that's not true. Thoughts come and go all day long on the highway of our thoughts. And you, if you're a really good mindfulness person and meditator, you might have a slow, scenic motorway, but mostly our thoughts just go, go, go. And if we assign meaning to them, however, that's when we latch on and they can potentially weigh us down. So I want you to consider if that thought is useless or useful. Which one is it? And if it's not useful, maybe just let it go and continue on for the next thought that might actually be helpful. Two, I want you to consider checking the facts. So what are the facts of that thought or that belief? How do you know it's true? Because it really might not be. If you brought it to court, would you have documentation and proof and receipts and notices and phone calls about the truth of that thought? Because if you don't, it might not be true. So I want you to kind of put your beliefs up on the stand. You've seen a court drama or several thousand if you watch TV. And so would your belief hold up on the stand? And also adding to that, would you survive the catastrophe? If the worst case negative thought came true, would you survive? And most likely the answer is yes. And also, most likely, that catastrophe isn't really going to happen. If we rated it, it would probably be less than 50% of the likelihood that that catastrophe is going to happen. So checking the facts, wondering and being curious if you could survive the catastrophe, and then if it doesn't survive the stand, right, what is a new belief that you can replace that thought with? Third, I'd like you to learn about boundary setting. Where is that line? Where can you draw it around your decisions and where you're comfortable? If you're saying yes to a lot of things, you might start to believe you don't work hard enough because you're burning out, because you're doing too much. But maybe you're not supposed to do that much. Maybe you need to be delegating or decreasing a role or questioning the quality of the work. If you're putting in A++ work out there on even your tax forms and speeding tickets, right? Like, write your essay to compete with that is, encyclopedia quality, white paper quality. Maybe you could just tone it down a notch and aim for that B+. Maybe the quality is not worthy of the thing you're giving it to. Sometimes it might be, right? You writing a study for a really fancy journal, maybe you need to have really good quality grammar. But if it's not, maybe you don't need to put that much effort in. And lastly, questioning the responsibility. Who is really responsible? Whose dance space is this, right? Is it something you're in control of, or is it something that other people are in control of that are not handling that very well? You can save your energy and your time and your distress if you wonder if you're responsible for this thing or should be maybe responsible to the thing. Those are very different. And also maybe it's someone else's responsibility. Maybe it's time to let go of trying to control something that you are not in control of. So let's review. Let go of any useless negative thoughts. Check the facts of them if you're not sure, right? Would they hold up in court? And could you survive the catastrophe of that worst possible outcome? Are there boundaries there? And finally, who is actually responsible? Let's question who is responsible really for the thing that you are worrying about committing time and energy to.